Welcome to today's video, and yeah, we're gonna play without a voice with the this should be a fun video, and I'm only gonna do 2 days for this. Well, yeah, 2 days like last time, and well, I hope you enjoy, to be honest. So I'm gonna load the last. Let's go. To my dear Alexandra, the exile prince paused on the very first line of her letter. Oh, and if you don't know what's going on, just watch the first part. I kind of forgot at the same time, so not gonna lie. All I remember was we met somebody, we talked to them for 2 days, and yeah, and she's been exiled, and she's kind of lonely, like Alexandra. So yeah. Is that too familiar? Will he dislike it? The brother of her memories was a kind boy, rather stiff and predictable. Particularly mindful of decorum. God fuck it, damn it. Follow the event of the previous event. Casalina felt complimented to rewrite her half-finished letter. Not that Alexander would care. I want Alexander to see me at my best. I don't think he'd care, mate. He just wants to know if you're okay. Not that Alexander would care. Either way, I'm sure he's too busy to even read my letters, though. Still, I want him to know how I spent many days. I feel less lonely when I read his letters, and if mine can ease his spirits, then it's worthwhile enduring endeavors. My bad, I can't fucking read apparently. Cassidy finished the letter without much of a fuss. She wrote brief and Eleanor, a passerby, helping her find fireworks. Most of the contacts, however, were regards to the book she had recently finished. Perhaps we'll encounter my dear brother to send me more. Encourage her, and I kind of wish I read the letter. My bad, I'm sorry about that. When Cassidy looked out the window, she realized the sun had started to set. Oh dear, I was revising for so long. Silly me. She folded up her letter and placed it into an envelope, sealed it with a royal wax seal, and she was given. She stood and stretched her arms above her head. I hardly moved all day. That is no good. Cassidy walks to the front of the courtyard where she normally left her letters halfway beneath the door for an agent to collect. She had just stuffed her letter under the door when Prince, Sir, oh for fuck. Cassidy's blood ran cold for just a moment. Yet she realized who was addressing her, and relaxed. You surprised me, Eleanor. Wow, fuck me, man. Eleanor, well, fuck me. I can't say her name. Elawand. It's not Elawand. Oh, for fuck's Elawand. She spoke to another woman through the half-opened window at the front of the courtyard. I am no prince, you know. Is that so? You seem like one to me. Cassidy was not sure how to respond to that sentence. I have a casual let slip that I was a prince. I didn't realize that I still behaved in the manner of one. Lifelong habits cannot so soon be discarded. It seems.
That there is an envelope under the door.
Oh yes, do you leave it? It is out to go. Out to go?
Out to go? Don't know why the fuck I changed that voice though.
Eleanor paused for a long while, but she knew no more on the subject. May I come in?
Yeah.
Of course, I'm so sorry. I should have invited you sooner. I was so taken back you seeing. I did not mean to surprise you. So it is all right. I'm happy, surprised. I'm so glad to see you. She opened the door and unheard Eleanor inside. I'm calling her Eleanor. I don't give a fuck. That's not how you spell it. I know that. I don't care. I'm calling her Eleanor. This time, Cassidy did not forget her manners. Oh, she didn't. She quickly flew into the kitchen to make guest some tea and pull out the cracker she'd set aside for just such an occasion. Eleanor politely sipped the tea. I fucking wish I could read. Oh my god. But did not touch the cracker. I guess she don't like the nuts. I don't know why I said that. I suppose she had already eaten. I wonder why she does not eat. I suppose she has already eaten. There is a healthy glow to Eleanor's face. I suppose she's already eaten. She strikes me as the type who would worry about her figure. She does? Okay. She seems the type like that. She don't give a fuck. She does what she likes. But okay, we'll say that. And it is so late in the day already. Yes, I'm sure she is already subsistent and can eat no more. Cassidy endeavored not taking offense and instead grinned and partook the cracker herself. The two women talked pleasantly for some time through it because rather apart that Eleanor attended lay elsewhere. Is everything quite all right? Oh, why do you ask? You seem somewhat reserved today. Don't know why I did today, but you know. That is more than usual. That that letter. You said it was outgoing. Is that the letter you wrote your brother? Oh, yes. If I leave the letter there, someone will come and collect it. It's totally not squirrels. Turns out squirrels have been taking it the entire time, which would be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. But, I'd find that funny. Yeah, I already read that. I don't know why. Someone, how can that be? You do not go into town to have your mail delivered. She was at a loss as to how to explain. Cassie herself knew that her situation was extraordinary. Yes, you see, though I live alone, I am well taken care of. My brother provides me everything. If every fortnight or so, his agents deliver food and supplies to me. Someone is around to collect my outgoing letters once or twice a day. I only ever send my brother letters, of course. I was not wrong when I said this place was like a jail. Why do you leave her here alone when he clearly has enough reason? For fuck it. I can't speak. Fucking hell. Resources to take care of you. Cassidy shifted uncomfortably into the seat, and no eye seemed not to look at her so much as bore into her soul. Cassie felt judged and deemed unworthy, though she had not yet responded to Eleanor's inquiry. No matter how she phrases it in her head, it sounds awful. I'm here for my own safety. I'm here for my own safety. She took a deep breath. When you called me a princess earlier, you were not far off the mark. I was once a princess, though I am no longer. After my father, the king's death, I was inherited the throne, but our barons in parallel voted no confidence. Parliament. No confidence. Oh, for fuck's sake, whatever. Worse, I was a handful trumpets up a charge of treason. I very well could have been executed. Instead, my younger brother intervened on my behalf. So you are alive in exile, but alive. The former princess surprised herself at the deep depth of her feelings, at the despair with which she tried to convince especially herself that this was for the best. It is not so terrible. The cotton is lovely. It is a good thing to be among nature like this. How can you be so positive? What? You speak so fondly of your brother when he is the one who exiled you. When you left here to rot in isolation, and again, she's alive, you son of a bitch. What do you mean? I'd rather be alive than dead. Exile? Cool, I'm happy with that. I don't know why I took that to heart. I just kinda find it stupid that you rather die than. You know what? I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and just read it. Alright, yeah. I don't know why. It is not like that, Eleanor. I can't believe you're the amount of people I'm gonna piss off. I swear down. Oh my god, I'm gonna edit this like there's no tomorrow, bro. What the fuck? What parts of what I said? Wait, what? Oh, my bad. What the fuck? What part of what I said is false? Tell me. It's not that simple. It's not Alexander's fault. As a result of your dear Alexander inventor, you were exiled, were you not? Who's to say he was not the responsible for the unfavorable vote in the first place? Fair game, I can't argue with that. I don't know if he rigged it, he wanted to be king, who knows? Why would he do that? What would he have to gain? He'd gain kingdom. I mean, it's kind of obvious what he'd gain, but carry on. yeah, I guess you are kind of airheaded. It is not my brother's fault. He could have let them killed me, but I'm alive thanks to him. Wow. I previously stirred my beliefs that you are kind and good. Oh yeah, well yeah, that's true. I have now reviewed my opinion. You are a blind fool. Yeah, I can't cuss you for that. No, that's fair enough. As I am mute, you are blind. Altogether too blind to the selfish ways of the world. What is your meaning? It is nothing. Believe in your brother all you wish, but you cannot deny that there is a truth to what I've said. Eleanor rose from her seat in one swift movement and then headed for the door. Good night, princess. I am a princess no longer. Mock me not, I beg you. Humph. Wow, that's kind of rude to come into the house and then just start making a... Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're not too wrong, though. So, I mean, you could be right, you could be wrong. Who knows? I don't know why it is. Whatever. Just like that, she was gone, disappeared into the darkness. Darkness, yeah, dark. Cassidy wrapped her arms around her torso, hugging herself from comfort in the wakes of Eleanor's sudden indigent anger. I don't fucking know what that says. I'm a fucking idiot, man. I swear down. Feeling confronted, none than the former princess squeezes her eyes shut. Oh, Alexandra, if only she knew you as I do, then she would understand. Oh, are we going back in time, or are we gonna... Oh no, it's gonna be day 4, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, it is day 4. There is a treasure that cannot be bought. No matter how long it may be soiled. It is something priceless yet free. I speak, of course, of an apology. Day 4. I actually like this game. It's quite nice. It's a good game. After a restless sleep, Cassidy awoken to the sun's harsh rays. She stretched, arched her head, her back to release the tension there. I don't know what the fuck. Finally, her gaze went to the front door. There was a distant lake of a letter beneath it. They must have come in the night. How delighted my brother agents are. It would be really funny if Eleanor just took it. I mean, you did kind of tell her where it was, so I'm not too surprised if I find out she took it and delivered it herself, or delivered her own version, of course, which now I'm worried for you, but besides that, we're gonna ignore that. You are a blind fool. All at once, the memories of her argument with Eleanor nearly knocked the wind out of her. Words knocking the damn wind out of me. I don't know why I said that. I cannot believe that I divulged such secrets to someone I barely knew. Because you're too trustworthy. You really need to learn to keep your mouth shut. Cassidy was puzzled both at herself and Eleanor's odd behavior. What a shock that was. I'm sure she had her reasons. I mean, I don't give a fuck about her reasons. She shouldn't have. I mean, you ease that in. You don't just go, after 2 days of knowing someone, you don't just bring that shit up. Like, it's a bit harsh. I'm gonna say that was a shock, you know. Fuck it. What a shock that was. I had thought her refined Eleanor's personality, but her rage was plentiful and quite unseemly. No wonder she's a fucking mute. Wow, I'm a prick. I must ask her about her own life. We know so little about each other. It's no wonder she won't react that way. One can only draw conclusions based on what one already knows. Okay. Persistent, there was a knocking at the door. Give her how long it has been since her last shipment, as well as the fact that Eleanor was far more likely to announce her presence with her words. Cassidy could draw but not conclude. She waited nearly 10 minutes before opening the door. It was protocol. She knew not who her brother sent, and it was unclear whether they knew who they were delivering to. The royal family of Roman had a distant look to them. It would not do for too many people to know who she was, or the former prince of dwelled here. Then why would you tell a random person that? What type of dumb? Alright, when she finally allowed herself to open the door, she found a large wooden crate not unlike the previous ones. She sitting on top of the crate what? English, motherfucker? Sitting on top of the crate contact was a sealed envelope. Cassidy instantly recognized this several cursive. To my sister, I am glad to hear that you are adjusting well to life at the cottage. Doubtless there are many things that challenge you, given your former life, but we must all make the best of the things. I know that you have too much time on your hands, so I've been sure to enclose more books for you to read. Fuck yes, baby. Better be good ones. I don't want to read halfway, get bored, and then fuck off. It's like, just not read it. But then again, I got nothing else to do. What would I do? Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep on reading. I don't know what the fuck is it. You may one day be called upon to marry well for the adventure of a king and country. As such, it is the utmost importance that you keep your mind sharp and your hand unneeded. Wow. The last part seemed to have been written later, as the script looked slightly different. I think of you often. I worry about you more often still, but safe in the forest, and keep to yourself, though I know that is difficult for you. I don't know whether that's a cuss or that's just like, I know that's difficult for you. I don't know if your brother's being a dick to you or just... please await my next letter. I remaining your loyal brother, A. Arthur Alexander, actually, but I'm gonna call you. Whenever I see an A, I say Arthur for some reason. She reads over the letter many times, trying her best to glance affect from it. Alexander has always been a little awkward. I'm sure a little bit was added with some reluctance, since after one of his advisors chairmans him from the content of his letters. Context. She smiled and ran her fingers along the part of reading. I think of you. Oh my god, don't turn this into what I think you're gonna do. It did say it. Like, it did give me a warning. You better not turn into incest. Alright. No. I'm not letting you go that route, you naughty. How thoughtful. I don't want to marry. But she'll remember the sentence about marriage. Yeah, you'll be fine. You don't need to get married. I'd never considered marriage, even before my exile. I could noble or royal from another nationality be contacted with a wife who has been living in the woods. I can even contact myself in such a marriage. A letter did not raise her spirits as much as a letter from Alexander usually did. The implements of her weight of her the weight weighed on her. Of course, I must be useful to the kingdom somehow. Why else would I be alive if I can be of use, even as a discarded prince? Cassidy sighed, and could not finish that thought. All of a sudden, Cassidy wanted nothing but to see Anne-Law again. I will see her out, I must, and find her backstory, the piece of shit. The other woman present would certainly be a slave for her current mood. That was her reasoning, and she swift act upon it. Cassie set the crate away inside the cottons and then set out. After a long fruitless walk about the forest, she arrived in front of the withered trees. Eleanor. Princess? I am no longer princess. Stop fucking calling me a princess, you Just because you are no longer living in the castle does not mean that you are no longer a princess. Can't argue with that. Fair game. You're just an exiled princess. But just call her Cassidy though. She has a name. That's kinda... Cassidy was reminded of the word marriage once again. Anne-Law was right. She was still considered a princess insofar as a princess could be useful. A long silence passed between them. Both were considering, no doubt, of the arguments that had transpired between them, an argument they had not yet resolved. I'm sorry. Why the fuck you sorry? Then again, you're just like me. Okay, well, that's nice to know. Eleanor's eyes widened, almost impatient, impractical, but Cassidy stared into the other woman's face as she took note. I should not have burdened you with my circumstances to beginning with. But you were only worried for me. I should have been more sensitive in my explanation. No. Huh? Cassidy was struck by sight of Eleanor's soft smile as she laughed. The former princess' heart fluttered, and her brother letters was prematurely forgotten. Is it nothing? It would seem that I, too, am quite the fool. At least you can admit it. Thank you. The air thrusted clear. The two women were able to enjoy the rest of the day together. They were while the time away in the companionship satisfied. Ah, God, man. The night Cassidy drifted off to sleep with a full heart. The string of love are off unseen. Through the wraps around you they may be. When tired fast, none can come between, nor challenge humble fate decree. Well, I'ma say this now. It's over for today. Yeah, but one of the days were kind of short, but oh well. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video, and you know, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do this like once in a while, and I'm sorry for my reading. My reading is not the best in the world, and I'm sorry about that. And this story is quite interesting, so I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully nothing bad happens to you. Peace out.